Trading items on witches was a long process before it was really used. This is due to two reasons: the popularity of the game and the fact that players have invested many hours collecting items. Item drops when the cauldron at the end of the run is full, items crafting via the witch's cauldron, or trading with another player. Today I'm going to talk about how the Witchit community has developed and facilitated the trading of items between players. Before I get to the core of the subject, the video will be split in two parts. The first one will be focused on the rarity of the items with the end of rune cauldron and the witch's cauldron, and the other one will be about trading items. So, the rarity of the cosmetic items. To begin with, there are 5 types of tradable rarity: common, uncommon, rare, very rare, and whimsical. These are also the 5 types of rarity that you can craft items with the Witch's Cauldron. Among these 5 types of rarity, it is also possible to drop in the cauldron when a rune is over item of types common, uncommon, rare, and very rare. There is a very small chance to have very rare cosmetic items in the cauldron at the end of the rune. Most of the time, it is recipes for rare, very rare, or whimsical items that are mostly dropped. These recipes require a certain amount of ingredient items to craft these specific items. That was the part for the cosmetic items. I will now explain the ingredient items that allow to craft these cosmetic items from the Witch's Cauldron. Once again, we find the 5 types of rarity: fingernails for common item, mouse paw for uncommon item, troll eyes for rare item, mandrake for very rare item, and crystallized moonlight for whimsical item. These ingredient items can be dropped in the cauldron when the run is over and are also tradable. Of course, the chance of dropping mandrake or crystallized moonlight are very small. Finally, it is possible to craft an ingredient item of higher rarity with 4 ingredient items of the same rarity. For example, 4 troll eyes gives 1 mandrake. For your information, every 24 hours after playing your first run on a public server, you will get a daily drop of 1 mandrake. There is also another type of ingredients, the event ingredients. Event ingredients have the same rarity as troll eyes, that is the rarity rare. These event ingredients allow to craft cosmetic items that are part of an event. In other words, a selection of cosmetic items from one or more events that are ongoing or that have taken place on Witchit. To determine the rarity of the cosmetic items to obtain, 4 ingredients of troll eyes or mandrake or crystallized moonlight will be necessary in addition to the event ingredients selected. These event ingredients can be dropped in the cauldron when a run is over, and they are tradable. But there is one particular rarity. Some event ingredients can only be dropped on certain maps. Here is a complete list of all the event ingredients so far and the map on which they can be dropped. Before starting the second part, it is important that I talk about the cosmetic items that are not part of events or that cannot be crafted with event ingredients. The only way to get these items is either with a cauldron at the end of the run, the chance of dropping these cosmetic items are infinitely low, or by crafting with 4 ingredients items. It can be 4 fingernails, 4 mouse poop, 4 troll eyes, 4 mandrake, or 4 crystallized moonlight. And in combination with these 4 ingredients, 1 rusty nails ingredient or 1 odd mushroom ingredient can be added. The particularity of these 2 ingredients is that with the rusty nail ingredient, you can only craft hunter cosmetic items, and for the odd mushroom ingredient, only witch cosmetic items. It is very similar to the event ingredients, only that it is a larger selection of cosmetic items, but includes cosmetic items from events. Finally, these 2 ingredients are the same rarity as the troll eyes and are tradable. Now that I've talked about the cauldron at the end of the rune and crafting from the witch's cauldron, I'm going to talk about trading items and how to get started. To trade items, there's a website called witchtrade.org. This website was created and is still being developed by Guillaume, with the intention of regrouping all witched players who want to trade items they have for other items. Witchtrade also provides to know the value of cosmetic items and determine the quantities of items ready to be traded. Before I explain how to register and how the website works, I must inform that all items remain in your Steam inventory until they are traded with another user. There are no real currencies involved on Witchit, the items have no monetary value. If you come across a player wanting to trade Steam keys for promo rarity cosmetic items or simply game Steam keys, it is very likely to be a scam since it's not possible to trade Steam keys. To register for Witchtrade, click on Login at the top left, then on Register and follow the registration steps. To connect an account, click on Login. The first page search of the Witchtrade menu allows you to search for specific items or several items according to the selected filters. Once the search is done, one or more items will be displayed with the users offering them, followed by a price in ingredients. Cosmetic items are usually traded for ingredient items or event ingredients. Clicking on a user's nickname will redirect you to his profile with the filtered items and its price. From this page you can check his Steam profile, send a trade offer via Steam, or copy his Discord tag to contact this user. On the second page profiles, still from the Witchtrade menu, you will find users' profiles with the items they are trading. By clicking on one of the profiles, you will find the same things I explained earlier, except that the list of items that this user is trading will be displayed in full with its price in ingredients. The third page items show all the items available on Witchit. As always, it's possible to filter the search. Clicking on a specific item opens a pop-up displaying information such as description of the item, if the item is tradable or not, if it's a hunter or witch item, the rarity of the item, on which slot the item is applied, and the associated event. Finally, the list of users trading the selected item with the price in ingredients. You know how to trade items with other users. I will now explain how to list items you own so players can know what you are trading and can send you trade offers. Once logged in, click on the avatar next to your username and click on Settings. From this page, click on Account and then Edit to add missing information such as using Steam Guard or to add a Discord tag. Once it's good, click on Save. After that, click on Sync. On this page, synchronize your Steam Witchit inventory with Witchtrade to start listing the items you own and want to trade. Click on Sync Inventory and also on Show Inventory in Search and Profiles to appear publicly in the Search and Profiles page. You can also enable AutoSync so that Witchtrade will sync your Steam Witchit inventory and your offers on the website. Note that, if AutoSync is not activated, you will have to come back to the same page to sync your Steam Witchit inventory so you can list new items. Then click on Manage Markets. This is where the items offer are created. To start, click on New Offer and select the item you want to list. As always, it's possible to filter items. Once an item is selected, assign the quantity of that item you want to trade, then click on Select Price and choose from the ingredients the price you want to put. If you don't know the ingredient value of the item you own, you can go back and look at the current price that other users have set by clicking on the preview of the item. It is also possible to set a second price on the item you want to list. Once the prices are set, click on Create Offer and the item will be listed on Witchtrade and can be viewed by all users. If you want to list all your items automatically, click on Sync Offers, select the mode and the rarity of the items you want to list, configure the ingredients, prices and quantities of each item you do not want to list. You can add items to an in your list by clicking on Edit to avoid listing items you don't want to trade. Once finished, click on Sync and your items will be listed on Witchtrade and can be viewed by all users. Now you know how to list your items that you want to trade. Don't hesitate to support WitchTrade and its creator Guillaume by joining this website and start trading your Witchit items. All links are in the description. I hope this video will be useful and that I've been clear as possible on how the items trading on Witchit works. Don't get scammed. Thank you for watching.